It was 6:15 a.m. The room was cold. Mark lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The blue light from his phone screen cut through the dark. He had 3 alarms set, but he had already snoozed them twice. He felt heavy. Not just tired, but heavy with the weight of all the things he said he would do, but never did. Mark was 24. He worked a desk job that felt like it was draining his soul. Every night, he would watch videos of successful people and feel a rush of energy. He would tell himself, tomorrow is the day. I'm going to run. I'm going to study. I'm going to change. But when tomorrow actually came, that feeling was gone. The motivation had evaporated. All that was left was the cold room and the comfort of the blankets. He looked at his running shoes in the corner. They looked brand new because they were. He had bought them 3 weeks ago. He had used them exactly once. He whispered to himself, I just don't feel like it today. I'll start when I'm more rested. He went back to sleep. When he woke up 2 hours later, he didn't feel rested. He felt guilty. That was the loop. He lived in a cycle of big promises and small exits. A few days later, Mark visited his uncle, David. David was a carpenter. He was 60 years old, but he moved with a steady, quiet strength. He was in his workshop at 5 a.m. every single day, whether he had a big order or no work at all. Mark sat on a stool, watching David sand a piece of oak. Mark asked, Uncle David, how do you do this every day? Even when you're tired, where do you get the energy? David didn't stop working. He said, I don't have energy most mornings. I have a schedule. Mark shook his head. He said, I try, but I lose my spark. I wait for that feeling to hit me, but it never stays. David stopped then. He looked at Mark with kind but tired eyes. He said, That's your mistake, Mark. You're waiting for a feeling to tell you what to do. Feelings are liars. They change with the weather. If I only worked when I felt like it, this house would have fallen down years ago. David pointed to the wood. He said, Motivation is a spark. It's great to start a fire, but discipline is the wood. It's what keeps the fire burning long after the spark is gone. Stop looking for a feeling. Start looking for a clock. Mark went home that night. He didn't feel inspired. In fact, he felt annoyed. He wanted a secret trick, not a lecture about a clock. The next morning, the alarm went off. 6:15 a.m. Mark's brain immediately started making excuses. It's raining. My knee hurts a little. I stayed up too late. He remembered David's voice. Feelings are liars. Mark didn't wait to feel good. He didn't wait to feel ready. He simply moved his legs. He put his feet on the cold floor. He felt a sharp sting of discomfort. He hated it, but he put on his shirt. He tied his shoes. He went outside and ran. It wasn't a fast run. It wasn't a beautiful run like in the movies. His lungs burned. He felt slow, but for 20 minutes, he was the boss of his body. He did it the next day, and the day after that. On the 5th day, it rained. He sat on the edge of his bed, staring at his shoes. He really, truly did not want to go. He felt a deep resistance in his chest. He said to the empty room, I don't want to do this. Then he stood up anyway. That was the turning point. It wasn't a big explosion. It was just the quiet realization that his wants didn't have to run his life. Months passed. Mark didn't become a superhero. He was still just a guy with a desk job, but his shoulders were straighter. His mind was quieter. He stopped talking about what he was going to do and just did it. One morning, he finished his run and stood on his porch. He was sweaty, tired, and his legs ached. He didn't feel motivated. He just felt steady. And that morning, for the first time, he finally understood that freedom isn't doing what you want. It's having the power to do what you know is right, even when you don't want to. If this story hit you, drop a comment with the word discipline and tell me one thing you're going to do differently starting today.